Let's go. A little bit. Miss Scarlet.
Maybe she did the bank. Banque. Ain't nothing to be ashamed
Miss Scarlet.
Maybe she was
of. Scarlet, yeah. I swear she got good name. Scarlet.
Scarlet.
You alrighty?
Yeah. Head over to Telegram. I'm
Alright.
gonna calm this fucker down.
How are you doing, Scout? It's been some time.
I'm alright. How about you, Jericho?
I'm doing better now that I'm home.
Welcome home. We missed you. We were wondering where you were at.
Yeah, like I said, I tried to get some letters out, but that big storm
Oh, that fucked
must
everything
have.
up.
Yeah. I lost everything I had on me, including my horse. I hadn't even gotten out to Oklahoma yet.
Yeah, we had a bit of trouble getting everything back sorted after that storm. That was I think everybody did, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I think everybody had a rough time with that. I mean, it wasn't natural. Ain't never seen anything like that in all my days.
It was raining so much for so long.
Sideways.
Mm-hmm.
I got weird feelings about
Hey,
that
the
storm,
telegram said she
considering
was
that
on
it's...
her way here for saying the name.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Well,
That's not what she said to me, though.
I got strange feelings about that storm because on some level, yes, it was terrible, but on another level, that's how I became part of the cult.
Yeah, I knew you were going there.
Ayo,
she did
you know?
say to meet there.
Mm-hmm.
From that was. Well, he could have been here. Yeah.
She taking a boat here?
No,
I mean, it is Scarlet Speed.
True.
Also, the question of those two people are
Yeah,
out
yeah,
looking
she
for
is.
singular women.
Mm-hmm. I doubt she's alone. Let's be real.
Who else would she be with?
It's Scarlet.
Oh,
Is it right
that
here?
hurt?
Yep.
Oh,
you can hop
come
off.
on
Howdy.
down.
Hey, Nufa.
Nathan, can we go talk for a minute?
Yep.
Alright, can
Alright, well, while you guys do that, I need to be in my thoughts for a few minutes.
Alright, Henry, you can come too. We'll be back.
Alrighty.
Jesse's here as well. You need him?
No. Well, yeah, you know what? Jesse, you mind coming too? You mind coming with us too? You wanna hop on my horse or you wanna bring yours? Just up to the hill. Just out of, everyone crowded.
Sure.
Got it.
Howdy. Hold up, I think they might be having a headache.
All right.
Sorry about that. I had a really bad headache.
Fine.
Right up here should be good. Alright, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, I don't know, well, Jesse knows. I don't know if he told you yet, Ethan.
Yep.
But, so they charged me with accomplice to kidnapping, which is not a felony charge, as well as obstruction of justice, which is a felony charge. Mind you, neither of these charges technically officially disqualify me from the race. Per, what was the law that was put into place?
House Resolution 79, Section 4.
All right.
Right. However, I spoke with the governor, Audrey Fowler. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She agreed to pardon me on all charges and to ensure that I have a clean race if I were to duel her.
Sorry, what?
She said that if I duel her, that she will pardon me on all my charges that I got convicted for.
But so you get
And-
treason because you shot the fucking governor?
No, she's
No,
writing.
it would be a fair fight.
It's a fair fight.
All right.
The official stipulations were either you, Ethan, or Scarlet,
But I'm
and
not
it would
gonna
either
let you do
be
it.
guns or knives.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna end up agreeing to the duel.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, because it's either you or me. And, she wants her payback for what happened to her.
What happened to her?
She got poisoned very badly. And she was also, I think, if I'm correct, she told us taken and tortured
By who?
By
by the
who?
Hagans as a result of the Colts getting involved with the robbery.
And so,
this
as a
allegedly
revenge to
happened
the Colt,
about a year ago.
Yeah, about a
News
year
to
ago.
me, to be honest with you.
Oh, I know what she's talking about, but it's complete bullshit. But honestly, if that's a reason, fuck her. She can go to hell when you send her there.
Yeah. So, I
I
wanted
don't
y'all.
like this.
This can be all consistent stipulations as well, additional ones that I've come up with. But right now,
So now we're just making up decisions on your life without any consultation from your fucking family? Is that what I'm hearing?
that's why we're talking, Ethan.
Hmm.
That's why we're here talking.
What? Now, why don't we share this with the others? Shouldn't they get just as much as a say on this with them?
I know, and I don't mind bringing it to them, but I wanted to bring it to y'all first.
Okay, that's fair. As long as there ain't no loopholes where she's gonna try to get you killed with treason or some shit.
No. She's
But
gonna write everything prior, and
It ain't my place to tell you you can't take the duel, but I want you to really think about that, because if you get shot down,
I don't want to lose you. I'd rather lose you from being a governor than you lose you from your own fucking life, Scarlet. To be honest with you, I will miss you if something bad were to happen to you. Very much so. So you think of that when you make your fucking decision on this.
It is a hefty thing.
Yeah. Don't get bigger than that. You got the
Yeah, that's
same
gonna be an
odds
agreed
spinning a
to
ball
deal.
on a table and trying to hit a red or a black. You realize that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not to mention, neither you or Ethan were involved in said incident in which got her
Mhm.
poisoned, so I don't see how it. If any, I mean, I was there, and she knows I was there because she's talked about, about this with me before. So if she ain't extend that offer to me, then clearly she's out of her fucking mind.
I think she said specifically any of the cults, but specified me or Ethan.
She mentioned your name, Jesse. I don't know
Oh,
if
did
she
she?
would, Yeah, she did mention Jesse's name, but she didn't mention it in the same context as,
All right.
dueling either yourself or Ethan. So that would be up to her whether or not she'd be okay with that if you wanted to take the place.
No, I have a kid to look after. She's my life, and so is
Well,
the gang. I'm
I'm
not
just-
risking all that
yeah.
for her pride and
No,
ego.
I'm not saying that you would. I'm just letting you know.
So what happens, Scarlet, when you die, or if you die, rather, pardon me, and then, like, what then? Who washes blue? Who's maintaining that? You just
The
want me to stick you in the ground next to everyone else?
The sacrifice would essentially peel her specifically, which we all know she'll be state-martialed right after, again, off all the cults.
Well,
Ha-
how do you know she'll live?
If she lives.
I mean, fuck y'all
Yeah.
doing, right?
Yeah. Oh, honestly, yeah. You lose a duel, you die. In my eyes, I mean, that's how it
Uh-huh.
works. You aim to kill and not to maim.
I don't know.
So, I mean, the vote apparently starts literally on the 4th, which is
Tomorrow.
technically we're already in the 4th. But
On the 8 o'clock, but, as I said, she'd get her revenge, per se, and at the same time,
well, if you decide to do it smart. Make sure there are deputies and officials present to witness that.
that would be the plan.
Good lord. Okay. Well,
You
that's
Got
our
any other bad
Yes.
news?
No, it's about that.
What do you
I
want to do?
reckon. Before you make a final decision, I reckon you should get the input of all the other cults down there.
Of course. But I will say, there's a lot of things this family's done that I have no problem with, including what happened to her. But at the same time, if it's an opportunity to clear the family of things, I won't take it.
You kill her, you think that's gonna clear the family things?
Do you ever do someone with Scarlet?
No,
And how do you know you're gonna win?
I don't.
And
You
not
don't
to
know
mention
how
that
we
this
should-
won't clear anything up. It'll get you pardoned, right? But if anything, that'll just make
You're
more
just the person who killed the governor in a duel.
that or Father whoever's close to Fowler. I'm not sure how honorable this whole fucking state is when it comes to duels, but
Considering the company she's constantly with, makes me question it too.
yeah. Like I said, though, it ain't my decision to make for you, but that is my 2 cents.
I would gladly put myself in your stead.
Hey,
Should
some of
you-
that. Ethan. I wouldn't put you there. I wouldn't let you, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't put
Fine.
either of you there.
You want me to stand there and watch her get shot?
Yeah,
I
but
can't
you
do
expect
that.
me to do the same if you stepped in her stead.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand by and watch you get shot too. But I won't make that decision for you. But I'm telling you, you know, those are my 2 cents. It is ultimately in your hands to make that decision.
We'll hold
Henry,
it to a vote from everyone.
Henry, will you do me a big favor and go tell them to come up here?
Yeah.
I'll head
Thank you,
down
sir.
there.
I appreciate you.
Tell Scout to bring my horse. Thank you.
Fucking pardon you. How's she gonna pardon you when she's dead?
Well,
She's gonna
she's a
write it up
governor,
ahead
so
of
she's
time.
pardoned. Yeah, she's pardoned beforehand, I guess. But I mean, should she? This one with this duel take place tomorrow before 8.
Mm-mm.
Good
Tonight.
Lord. Tonight?
Tonight, the duel, like right now.
Not right now. Within, theoretically, the next few hours.
Make sure you're around right now.
Oh boy. I love you very much. And the last thing I want to see is get life fade from your fucking eyes, Scarlet. Especially over this. I'll leave it at that.
I just know that even if I have the chance to get in office, which, mind you, it's still there, we would just have to ensure that the law is followed. However, at the same time, like I said, you know, I'd do anything for the family.
Yeah, I've honestly came to the conclusion that any Colt going into government will not be able to do anything in the benefit of our family because they will get caught and they will get hung or firing squad.
Yep.
You will just be a regular acting governor.
You'll be a martyr.
At that point, you just have to figure out what's best for the state's interest, just like any other governor.
If we get elected, representatives and myself, we can to put things in for our favor.
I can tell you right now, not all 3 Colts will get state rep. I think the only one who will get it will be Wyatt because he's been actively campaigning and getting a lot of friends. But I don't think Black nor Violet have put in enough effort to secure votes. I think they'd be great for him, but I just don't think they've done enough to get it. As of right now. And the campaign's already ended, so they can't go around try to secure anyone else's vote. That's just over.
Oh my god.
Good lord. Y'all could just gather around and make sure you can hear Charlotte. That'd be perfect.
Good.
Everybody gather around, please. Alright, now before Scarlet gets speaking, I want everybody make sure not to talk over each other once she says what she has to say. Let's do one at a time and really kind of be serious about this. Whenever you're ready, Scarlet.
So I spoke to the governor, and she agreed to pardon me on all charges that I was charged with, and ensure that I have a clean election if I were to duel her for the sake of. And that being said, she specified that it'd be a fair fight. It'd be in front of witnesses, deputies, government officials, to in order, to prevent the fact that if I were to win, that everything, gets followed to the T. However, whether I am pardoned or not, they cannot disqualify me from running at this point. Per, what was the law again? House Law number 79?
Henry here, so.
Something like that.
Oh, hold on, wait
Wait.
a second. Why it's alright.
He was thinking, sorry. He was in his head when we were told to come over here,
Alright.
so.
God, he looks older and older the more I see him.
Hey, no kidding. Sorry to have to make you repeat, but go ahead.
No,
and
it's fine.
please repeat that for a while.
So, whilst I was in the cell, I talked to the governor, and she said that she would pardon me if I were to win a duel against her, as a way for her to attempt to get a revenge for something the cult had supposedly had done to her, or the circumstances we put her in about a year ago. She said that she'll have government officials there and deputies to, confirm that it's a fair fight, and she agrees to it. And if I were to win, that I'd have a safe and clean election process. However, either way, these charges that I got cannot disqualify me from being elected still. It's just a matter of the charges, but at the same time, it could pose somewhat of an issue in the process and maybe create some, what's the right word? Rigmarole? I don't know if that's the right word. But just heavy issues in the processing of everything.
No
I got a
election's worth
question.
your life. Sorry.
I got a question real quick, though. Doesn't the voting start tomorrow? Today? Tomorrow? How are you gonna... When's this duel gonna take place if you were to agree to it?
Theoretically, it would take place within the next couple of hours.
Today? Tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So my 2 cents before y'all came here was, I'm not going to make a decision for Scarlet because the duel is something that I personally think that the person being offered the duel is the only one who can accept or deny that. But it's a risky one, obviously.
I mean...
It's not no little thing. That's life and death, like Ethan said earlier. It's like, gambling.
What
The
do
ball
you
either
feel?
lands on red or black.
What do you feel about it, Scarlett? Like, how do you feel? Like, do you want to duel the governor?
I want to help this family as much as I can. I want to do the most I can for my family as much as I can. In my opinion, this is one of those things. However, I would still hold it to a vote with y'all. But that would also, obviously, like Jesse said, no election's worth anything. But at the same time, we can push that the law is followed, and since I was not charged with anything prior, I should still be able to run.
I don't see any upside to this.
Well,
No.
she'll have it cleaned
The
out
point
is the
that you
upside.
will
That's
Yeah.
have- They,
So
what?
she's still gonna be able
I
to
thought
run.
the
She's still
judge
gonna be
said
able to.
that
Yes, I'm confused on this.
Okay,
Still being able
Tell
to
me
run
if I'm
thing.
understanding this correctly, please. If you get the slate cleaned, this will make for an easier process of actually being governor down the line. Because
I
if
have
the
a
slate's
question.
not clean, you might not be able to do jack shit because of your history with this. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, Gal.
I'm so sorry. We were speaking to the judge after everybody left the courtroom. It was just me, Jesse, the judge, and Amber, but she wasn't in the conversation. We asked her specifically what the charges meant for you. He said that the obstruction of justice charge that you got was a felony because the amendment to the law was written after you were charged with obstruction on the 9th. So you would be charged with the way the law was originally written on the 9th and not default under this new amendment thing, 79 amendment or whatever it is, where it was no longer a felony. And you having that felony meant you can't run anymore, point blank. You were out.
Right, but the law, if... I wish Mr. Knight came up, but he said that the judge himself wrote a letter to him stating a law that said that I can run and I can be elected so long as I didn't have anything prior to running for governor. And I didn't have anything prior to running for governor.
You're going to get a lot of pushback because the judge was saying that if you were to take that sort of situation to court, he specifically said if you took that sort of situation to court, you would have a very weak case because of the way that the amendment was written. It's just not constant. He said the bill had to pass into constitutional law first by going to the House of Representatives before it be considered part of the Constitution in order for it to be defendable in court.
Yes, that's the executive order. But this
Yes.
is a House law that was put into place.
Oh, what's the House law?
Does anyone know where Mr. Knight is?
You're probably letting us
Yeah,
have
he's
our
back down in the
conversation.
telestation.
Okay, I'm gonna head down there and get him. Y'all can discuss this, and I'll be right back.
No, let's sit
Well,
here and
hold
have the
on.
conversation about it.
I
First.
just,
Hold on.
I want to get him to
Scarlett.
explain it.
Scarlett, I just have one question.
Yes.
And this is all that really matters for my vote on this. Do you think that you can win this duel?
I think she can run this duel.
I think
I
she
want to
can
hear
too,
it. I
but
want to hear it from Scarlett.
I think I can win this duel. At the same time,
You gonna wear
though,
your glasses?
anything is possible. And yes, I
Then-
would.
If you think you can win it, and you want to get the benefits of it, then I say do it. But
I
that's
think it's your
only
decision.
that's
I have a
only
question
if
about
you
this.
think that it's worth it.
You-
My question about this is getting these charges dropped. Is getting these charges dropped and the outcome of what is to come from that more outweigh you dying?
Well, nothing like let's.
Because this is like
That's why I want y'all to vote.
I can see them saying that
can't
Scarlett
vote
shot
on
down the
something like
governor
that.
and that's it.
you-
Yeah, I can't
I
vote
would-
on your life.
I would abstain on that, but
I
like
would
I said,
also.
I fully trust in your, how you shoot, because I've seen you shoot. But the thing is, this is your decision. You,
I don't think it should be put to a vote because the only
No.
person that should be truly deciding this is you, Scarlett.
Exactly. We'll
this
support
is your
you.
life. We love
Whatever
you,
decision.
and we're your family.
We'll
That is your life.
we'll talk you into it or out of it, but not one of us has any right to make that decision for you.
I will say I will stay awake as long as I can for whenever this does happen, so that if something does happen, I could be here for medical assistance. I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but
You can.
okay.
It's a fair fight. As long as she's got witnesses, as long as the governor writes something down and signs it, right? Then, and you have witnesses from both the law side and from our side, then it will be legitimate. Nobody can contest that.
Is
a
Henry going to be
if-
around to take a look at that paperwork, whatever?
He will
If
be
you decide to
around.
move forward with this, okay. I want you to weigh in, Rosalind.
Just give
I
your
don't
2
think-
cents and make a decision.
I don't think it's a good idea. Because, I mean, what happens? You win, she dies. People ain't going to like that. They're going to look down on that regardless.
Not if
You
it's a fair
lose,
fight.
you
I wonder
die.
who would get appointed to her position if that were the case.
The current marshal, if there is one.
All right.
They would be.
I don't see
Oh,
enough
actually,
side.
I don't know.
That'd be
wouldn't
Delgado or
matter.
Liliana or Wayne.
No, it has to be the state marshal, which
All right. I haven't seen nothing come out formally introducing a state marshal.
Like a new one.
I haven't even
Yeah,
seen
to
anything
take her
officially
place.
come out putting, Fowler in as governor either.
So there's a
Fowler used to be the
there's
state
a
Oh, there
lot
marshal.
was? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's something that's going to be on your shoulders, Scarlett. Whatever you feel is the best decision to make, we're going to support you, whether you decide to do it or not do it. Either or, we'll still be here no matter what.
If you decide to do it, you and Henry.
A lot of people riding behind us.
Something that shit.
We got riders. Oh,
Yeah,
is this
they're just
natives?
riding by.
no, don't look like it.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I agree the legal paperwork needs to be there if it's going to happen. But in the end, Scarlett, like, I see the benefit of having a clean slate as an acting mayor, but governor, sorry. But this is your life we're talking about. I mean, I can't urge you towards either decision because it's like, if this goes wrong, we lose not just you, but any progress that has been made. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's an impossible decision.
Yeah, and like you said, that's your decision. We'll weigh in, but it's your life that you're betting your skills on. You know, no one knows you better than you.
I think it's high stakes for low rewards.
This is just my personal opinion. Politics ain't worth your life. Now,
Nope.
I do come from a jaded background with that. I absolutely hate politics. But the choice is yours, and I respect whatever you choose, but in my personal opinion, politics ain't worth your life nor the dirt on my boots.
Do you think it's worth your life, or because I want you to factor in dying here? Do you think this would be a factor, a cause worth dying for?
I think for politics, no. But for the Colts to make an impact that would last generations, millenniums, for us to be put down in the books as people who not only stood up against the oppression or made actual change, no one's going to be able to tarnish us, what we stand for, or what we ever do.
I'd be lying if I didn't see the sense in that. But
True.
I mean, what's a history book if we can't all look back on it together? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm not
Yeah,
helping.
I feel like the pages of Scarlet have yet to be filled in.
She's not. You're speaking as if she's going to actually lose.
It
I
is
know
a factor that we
have
can.
to incorporate the worst case scenario in this decision. We can't just go off of hope. And
Well,
I
of
get
course not. No, but
It's a 50% chance to win or fail. So
Yeah,
I didn't know.
like I said,
Or they both could die.
realize.
It's true.
Like I
Like,
said,
that's
it could
another
be
whole
up to you.
we
It's
should
based on
we
what
should talk
you know
about
yourself.
what happens if that were to come to pass, if both of them were to die.
If both of them were to die, I don't see what we would do.
It'd be a fair fight. There's nothing we can
Yeah,
do.
we
If she
can't.
agrees to it, she's agreed to it. That's her decision.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, who does that count as?
The election would go on, and the other contestants
Who's all for
would
nothing?
Colt would
Yeah, that has
win.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, never mind
It's
then.
not like we can just replace her. But even if she wins and then this is all started in blood, the state ain't gonna be too appreciative of that either. Just as much as if you had charges. For
She wasn't the
obstruction.
one who offered the duel, though,
Yeah,
right?
it wasn't Scarlett's
It
idea.
wasn't
matter.
her idea. Yeah,
You
it
know
will
how
have
the
to
state
be.
is.
It
How do you
won't
think
matter
They
it's
to
don't
the
fucking
people
care.
that don't
If-
matter. That's the
if
thing. I think it'll.
Sorry, don't mean to cut you off, but I think if you would accept this duel, I want a public notice from Audrey going out that she
Yeah.
publicly
She
asked you for
offered
this
you
duel.
the duel.
She offered it to you.
We need to make sure that if you go through with this, history remembers it right.
Well, history is written by the victor.
Of course, but come hell or high water, for best
Not
or for
New
worst,
Alexandria.
people need to know that this wasn't Scarlett's idea, and she came into it honorable, and she leaves it honorable, no matter how she's leaving it.
Hey, let me make it clear that in New Alexandria, history is not written by the victors; it's written by the people who hate the victors. That's how it's always been here.
Well, they already hate us, so.
Well,
I don't think that's true, Jesse.
Tell me, I mean, give me one, shit. Give me one scenario in which somebody had quote
Everybody
unquote won.
thinks a lot of shit about us. Like, all kinds of fucking stories go around about us all the time.
Yeah, despite everything that we've done good, they only hear the bad, which supports my point.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
written by
Not
people who
really.
make the victors.
The biggest people against us, if we're gonna be honest, are a handful of people. That's including Lincoln McCormick and people associated with that situation that we all are aware of. Those are really the only people that are pushing against us the most. Everyone else, it's just hearsay and fear. And that's it.
People are stupid. That hearsay gets to a lot of people. Hell, I rode up on August talking to a gentleman a few days ago. The man said, I've heard all sorts of terrible things about the Colts, but after talking to you, I guess it ain't true. But
Yeah, it's usually when people find out.
People are going to believe everything they hear, and there's a lot more people out there than there are us.
Her
Shit's
being
gonna get
governor,
around.
though, would
Well-
really change a lot of people's perceptions too. If she's running the
Yeah.
state and she runs it well, a lot of people will have, reason to look at good things that we've done rather than all the bad shit.
Well, the funny thing is everybody's forgot about who the fuck Flanagan was.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real about that.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I'm here with Jesse. The decision is totally yours,
Yeah.
but if you do go through with it, there needs to be a public statement from her and her office that she was the one who gave the offer, as well as multiple people in attendance.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to say this to you, so you listen. And I'm not saying this to you because I think it's going to go one way or another. But I have a tremendous amount of love for you, and I always have. You've always been a shining example of fucking something that I don't ever feel like I was worthy of. I've always cherished every moment with you. From the moment that I met you, and I thought you were a very interesting person, and you've grown to an exceptional fucking woman. A woman that demonstrates nothing but characteristic and strength that most women do not possess. So if you go into this and your decision is to move forward with conducting yourself in this manner, then you fucking take that bitch down and you show her your fucking might. I will be mad at you if you fall. I will be mad at you if you die. But I will never, ever in my life, not love you. You understand that?
Yeah.
And if you do fall, and I say that loosely, if you do fall, I will make sure that you are given all the honors you deserve. You have a gigantic thing to think about. Because everybody that stands here and those that ain't even here that won't wake up and understand what had happened from this event, if it should transpire, well, we all family here. So you think about that. I don't like losing folks. Hurts a lot. Do you hear me?
Yes.
All right. DeWitt and Jericho, why don't you go down and grab Mr. Knight, bring him up here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No problem.
Audrey's a fucking idiot. But she's a tiny one, too.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that
She
that
offered you
was even
that.
offered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very shocking. Clearly, she's letting her anger guide her.
Well, she's a damn fool then.
But I understand, Scarlett, when you're talking about pride and stepping up and rising up and conducting yourself in such a manner. I would have a hard time deducing that down to not being a thing if I were cast in the same manner. So just make sure that if you enter into this agreement, you ain't doing it out of pride. Because you don't owe any of us shit. Other than the dailies that you do for each of us. And your obligations to the gang.
I wish there was more time to think about it, but
Yeah, we only
sadly,
got a couple of.
yeah.
Life doesn't give you those opportunities from time to time.
Yeah.
Don't we know that? What gun do you have, Scarlett?
Colt.
I would recommend if you do this, you do it with a gun and not with a knife.
Yeah. A knife duel. She must really be, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knife.
How do y'all feel about throwing knives?
Mm-mm.
No, using a gun.
You
Make
I'm
it
do a
just
plain.
thinking of
duel.
what's the easiest thing to fix. Oh God.
You do a duel. You do with a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please don't do knife. That
No
would
reason
be,
to miss or cut or let it sit and
You
linger.
shoot her
Just
right in her tiny little fucking head. Yep.
right between the eyes. Quick and easy. The way you kill cattle.
Yeah, probably gunshot.
Put her down like a hurt horse.
Oh, she's hurting all right. She's making choices like this.
Uh-huh. I don't remember this incident to which she speaks.
She
Jesse
does,
said he
apparently.
remembered.
It's news to me.
Jesse said he remembered.
Hi.
So have you done
Howdy.
any poking around in terms of that law?
Yeah, in regards to that law, I'm pretty sure as it currently stands, it would disqualify you from the vote.
Yeah, that's what the judge
The
said
only
too.
way, yeah, the only real way that it could ever get to the point where it wouldn't was if we were to take it through appeals court, which is a whole process by then voting is over.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and it's even funnier. The Noel Hitachi who spoke against me in the court was strong-armed by the marshal's office.
Cute, of course.
Is he in town?
Still lost.
Alright.
Yeah,
By,
he's in town still.
by the way, I don't know if my trial's happening tomorrow. Stonewall had a heart attack.
What the
Good.
fuck?
Shit.
Why couldn't he have a heart attack
Yeah.
during my...
Mhm.
I think he had a heart attack because of your case.
It was just after, I believe, and
It was someone.
like if I heard Valkyrie while I was talking to you, and they're asking for a continuance, so it may be delayed.
How fortunate.
Henry, can I just get a plea deal? I'm tired of being on bail, and I don't give a shit if I get a charge. Please?
Yeah, I can
We'll
reach
handle,
out to Denton
probably.
and we can sort something out. Yeah,
Fuck's sake,
that
just
can get
anything. I'm
sorted.
tired of this shit.
Yeah, we can get that sorted. Alright, is that all, folks? Or do you want me to stick around? Because I don't want to be intruding on anything.
So,
No, you're
just to
not.
clarify,
Fine.
Mr. Knight, essentially what the judge told us about her being charged before the what was it, amendment thing was made means that she would be disqualified from voting now because the obstruction of justice charge is a felony, because on the 9th when she quote unquote committed it, that was when that law of the Constitution still said it wasn't a felony, right?
So, not House Resolution, Executive Order 28 is what distinguished the two, but because of Executive Order 1, which outlines the guidelines for executive orders, as it were, because that executive order changed the law, which can only be done by the legislature. The court does not recognize it. If you get arrested by a deputy, the deputy will still follow it if you plead guilty to them. But if you don't plead guilty to them and you take it to court, courts will treat it as a felony.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
House Resolution 79 lays out grounds for potentially circumventing that. However, in order for that to get a final ruling, because it is very vague, you would have to go through a court proceeding, which would take way too long.
Yeah, and by then she'd be disqualified anyways because she can't. The voting would be over. So it's either
Yeah.
duel Audrey Fowler, possibly win and run for governor, or things stay as they are now. Don't duel her, but you're not running for governor. Point blank.
I mean, there's always,
Legally speaking, that is your
there's
option.
always the option of run next time.
Yeah, but if she doesn't run now, the only person running is Sam Holt, which means Holt would get the win.
You know,
The one
Again,
who just
y'all
magically
showing-
sprouted up after Jim left.
Exactly. She just all of a sudden just started campaigning real hard
Yeah.
after Jim died out.
she has been a part of the election since the start, but
Yeah, but
hasn't
she wasn't
campaigned
doing
until
anything
Jim
for
left.
it.
Yeah.
No, she didn't start being active until Jim left, so.
Yeah, well, she's also an
And she would
executive.
just
It's
be
no
a puppet
surprise that she
anyways, I
hates us
mean.
anyway.
When do you need to give a response on this?
Anytime.
Have you figured out what
They're
that
trying to
response
make
is
it
going to be?
happen now, right?
Within the next few hours, yeah.
Have you reached a conclusion on that yet?
Just know before you say anything, whatever it is, even with our personal feelings about it, we will support you.
Of course.
But let me make it clear, Scarlett. That if you are following this duel, I expect everybody in the circle, along with every other cult, to not do anything about it, because a duel is a duel, and I will not break the respective duel.
Mm-mm. Is that clear?
Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's an honor there that shouldn't be tarnished.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this doesn't include medical attention.
What?
This is if medical
obvious.
attention.
Oh, yeah, you
Doesn't
can give
work out.
medical
Okay.
attention. I'm talking retaliating
No,
against
yeah,
the
no
party that
pain.
may
Yeah.
have killed her.
Yeah.
Now, you also, I would advise you heavily to go take a short walk, have a look around at this world and its beauty, and come to terms on whether or not you're willing to leave that. Go on.
Okay.
One thing I want to say, if she does accept it, I will recommend that we do contact the sheriff's office so we can have
Oh yeah,
other
no, yeah.
Absolutely.
state representatives,
And have
representatives
her-
of the state other than
Yeah.
myself present.
Have the governor write it down, sign it, make a public declaration that she decided this duel was a good idea to start with, all that shit.
There needs to
Yeah.
be as much
Yeah.
documentation as possible.
And as many like government.
I don't want
witnesses.
this just turning into another cult slander session afterward.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Like I
world
want.
needs to know that we did this right.
And that
after
she
this.
offered the duel, not us.
She did it, yeah. She approached Scarlett and offered her this, not the other way around.
Were you there for that, Henry?
Yeah. So
Alright.
what happened is I was speaking to Scarlett about what to do, and Murphy. Murphy ended up leaving, going to bed. I asked Fowler if there's anything that could be done to ensure that democracy is followed, and that is when Fowler offered the duel.
All right.
Did any deputies hear this?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
Doesn't matter if she decides to agree to it. Have Fowler state it right then and there in front of all of her deputies. You know, as many as she wants, so she doesn't feel like she's like being coerced into it. And say that she offered Scarlett the duel, so as many people as possible can hear this.
If possible, a certified letter signed by the witnesses would probably be the best ways of moving forward.
What a fucking mess.
Something like that.
told you earlier, Jesse, I don't like politics for this reason.
Yeah, no kidding. And
This ain't
August, I know you.
politics. This is just
This is
horseshit.
outside.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know August mentioned earlier that we can always just run next time. My personal suggestion, not a decision, but my suggestion is none of this politics bullshit anymore. I think it puts a negative spotlight that we really don't need as a gang.
It definitely has portrayed such things.
Hamstrings us too.
Yeah, fuck that, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm
I
just gonna
mean-
make it known right now. This is a one-time deal for me. If I don't win, I'm not fucking running again.
All right, good.
Mhm.
But should Scarlett win this duel and end up winning, I think that her as a governor being able to prove to people what she's able to do in good, I think that would be a big change to how people
It would
view
be.
cults.
Yeah, it would.
They would see us a lot differently.
I feel like I don't need to state it, but I hate politics just as much as most of the people in this
Oh, hear
circle. But
gunshots.
Yeah, I think she
Yeah,
I
shot
did-
once or something. I think.
oh, that's another one.
She's
Yeah, I think she's
probably letting
practicing.
off some steam.
That's
Yeah.
okay. It's just, oh, there's another one.
You might be doing a little bit of target practice on a tree.
I really hope it's not
How
a
close
missing
are we
tree.
to?
She's over
That
that way
cougar.
somewhere.
If she's
Just over the hill.
practicing, I think her mind's already made up.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's somewhere to the southwest.
Oh yeah, they are pretty spaced.
What she's
Probably
doing right
trying to
now
duel.
is just seeing if she has comfort.
Like I was saying, I hate politics just as much as the next person. But if there's anyone who I want in this place of power to make things better, it's Scarlet. Am I alone in that sentiment?
Mm-mm. I think she'd do a great job, to be honest. Then
I think
again,
she'd do a great job as well.
I'd have a hard time coming to a reckoning within myself if she didn't make it out of this.
Absolutely.
I'm the one who joked with her about running.
And in the day, it was her decision. So
Hmm.
I mean, we can worry about the emotional aftermath in the aftermath. I feel like right now we need to just be giving our best.
Well, that's a lot easier to say
Scarlet.
with somebody that hasn't been with us for a while. I've known her for a long
Yeah.
fucking time. We've been through a whole lot of shit.
That's fair. I think that's her. She's coming
And I
back.
don't mean that disrespectfully.
I understand.
We've already lost too many.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen the graves.
either way, it's her decision. So whatever she decides.
I mean, the only other thing we can do is rope her up and take her somewhere.
Why would we do that?
Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know if she'd ever forgive us for that.
Mm-mm.
We would find ourselves torn asunder in our sleep, I think.
Yeah.
Then again, she might like that. So
Okay. Just don't let Rosalind do it.
Wow. You probably would kill me.
Probably.
All right.
she just had to get one last one.
Yeah,
I
mean,
understand that,
surrounded by
Taylor.
a
Don't worry.
snake.
God damn it! I forgot to fill my canteen.
What the hell is
I
wrong
have
with you,
4 full
thirsty
loads here.
ass?
Where is he?
Wow, you went right up to Ethan, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all are wearing like a very similar.
Hold
color.
on, y'all. I
Okay.
want to
They
hear
look
what.
completely different.
Hold on, y'all. Please, I want to hear what Scarlett's got to say. What is your decision, Scarlett?
I'm gonna do it.
On your horses to the telegram station. Let's go.
let's go.
There you go, August. Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
You coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you, by the way.
Of all fucking times to say that.
I know. Things like this will give you a perspective on when you should say things rather than letting it sit idle.
Yeah,
None of this shit's a guarantee, Ross.
I know.
I'll go to the bank and get you your money, Scarlet. I'll meet you over at the telegram office.
I will say, Jesse,
What was it? Jericho Rage Boy.
damn bushes. I can tell you. I will say, Ethan, we should probably just keep an eye out for the knuckleheads because they have fixation on Scarlet.
Right now,
If
oh my.
word gets out. Dear Lord.
Let's go. Come on. Telegram office. Fuck
These
y'all waiting
horses-
for?
Scarlet.
Calm down.
I don't feel it's my place, you know. It's not mine.
Go ahead and send what you want to send before you get into too much conversation. Girl. Give her a moment though in the telegram office.
Wyatt,
Yeah.
Sorry.
is everything well?
Yep.
As well can be.
She'll tell you when she's done writing telegrams. Just give Scarlett a
Alright,
Scarlett a
yeah,
minute.
money.
She'll let
I'll
you
give
know
it to
if she
you
wants to
after
let you know. It's her thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anybody's place to say except for her. Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's going around. So
Something in the water.
Take a deep breath, right? Hold it, and then let it go. Several times, but not really quickly, because then you pass out.
Okay, cute.
I'm just saying, I've done that before.
I'll
now,
go down to the
Ethan,
water and fill my canteen.
Alright.
Okay.
I know that I'm talking out of my ass right now, but in times of stress, I've found that sometimes it helps to have someone say everything's going to be all right, even if they have no way of knowing that.
I'm old enough to know that something else dictates that.
Yeah, well, so am I. But
What?
I do
hearing the
appreciate
words,
it.
hearing the words, everything's all right, seems to help me at least settle my nerves a little bit.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I have full faith in her ability to conduct this successfully, so
I heard
So do
Stonewall
I.
had a heart attack. Is that true?
All right,
but it don't always
Like
play
an
out that way.
actual heart attack.
We'll see.
of course.
Oh, I hope he gets better soon. That's
Yes.
unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Is he alive?
Well, my condolences. Is that what you say? My best wishes sent to his recovery. I mean, I don't really know him that well, but he seemed like a decent man. So
Just took the Don't ask for my money.
Here, grab it. You should be able to reach it.
Thank you. Yeah, I got it.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Make sure you talk with her. All right.
I don't know if I can right now.
Well, you better find some strength within you to do it. Because if this doesn't go in her favor, you're going to be really without it.
Yeah.
And you ain't
You're
going to
right.
get that time back again. All right?
Yeah.
All right. In your own time.
Take it deep.
No.
I don't think there was.
Call them break. It was just like golf balls.
Was,
You serious?
There's an MG.
It was a strange
That's a
question.
deputy.
Do you
It's
lot
a
know
Mars-
if Mr.
did it
Hitachi's
go
around still?
wrong, too?
Sorry to interrupt.
I believe he wandered off somewhere.
Who?
Okay. Mr.
Hitachi.
Hitachi.
Oh, no, I don't know where he is.
Okay. Well, alright. Scarlett's gone to... and she wanted to know where he was, so I figured
We
I'd
do
ask.
have Storm
He
in
was around.
25 minutes, just letting everybody know.
Yep.
Because we need to figure out a spot to sleep.
Oh,
We'll probably end up staying down this way, I
Hello,
would
Mr.
imagine, unless you
Christmas.
ride back
How's it
now.
going?
yeah, let us step over here for a moment.
Here you go, Ian.
Valkyrie. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, people have forgotten me in 3 weeks.
Nobody's forgotten you.
I'm sorry, who are you? I'm
Come
kidding.
on,
I'm
guys.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I'm trying to lighten the mood, okay? Everything's really sad right now.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Taras didn't even remember. Well, no, Taras did remember me.
You pointing at me.
No, I'm not pointing at you. I was pointing at you.
Felix did not remember me.
Veronica.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Rosalind's going to be in her head a moment. I'm going to go to the waterfront and fill up my canteen. I'll be right.
All right, be quick.
Will do.
Ow.
She's still inside.
I don't think so.
I don't see her anywhere.
I think she was doing something. She needed a minute. She let her ride back. to the homestead with you. Y'all can chat. Or you on her horse, whatever. I'll leave that to you. What's in your head?
I'm just worried.
What in God's green earth's happening here? Hello. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello. What is happening?
Games.
Well,
What the?
aside from the 4 other people here, the rest are Colts. So as okay can be.
No, to meet a friend.
From who?
Howdy.
Stay safe, yourself. Borrowing.
Where's Jesse?
I don't know.
Hi.
I haven't seen him either.
I don't know who that is.
You know about the deputy? Yeah, he's a fucking wanker. Where is he? Yeah, I'm gonna go and see him one day. I'm gonna kiss him on the forehead.
And no one will ever remember who the fuck you are.
Hey.
Yeah.
I hope you too.
My day got significantly better.
Hopefully we continue the trend. Keep it going up.
We have no other choice, miss. Garlic.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
Are we gonna head back or are you staying here?
Yeah, we're gonna head to the homestead. Scarlett, will you ride with,
I'm probably gonna stay, to be honest.
will you ride with Rosalind?
Where to?
Homestead.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon start
Yeah, we will. We should.
Yes, we do. We have
You
20
fun,
minutes.
yeah.
I'm gonna take my horse.
Oh god,
Oh
are
my
you okay?
god.
Damn it.
Al, can you take
Not my
my
horse.
Right there.
All right, I'll go grab my horse.
You here?
Hurry up, let's
Are
go.
y'all leaving?
Yeah, mount it up. We're heading out.
Come on, Henry.
Alrighty, I'm gonna grab it.
I'll be safe.
You too.
Oh.
All right, let's ride. Let's go.
Oh, fucking
Hi.
Christ.
Don't get too
Taking us a long way.
We make it short. How if you know a better way?
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god!
Okay. I am perfectly fine.
What happened?
No clue. We'll find out. Let's go. Horse just decided he wanted to scoot over to the right.
Oh,
Sorry
Drive
about
safely,
that.
both of you.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Got everyone?
We're here. Let's go.
Understood. And that's what they were headed. Alright, come on, let's go.
Clarifying for her.
No, she's going meet at the refinery.
Audrey.
Hmm?
You sure?
Yeah. You know, I'm fine discussing this, but I imagine it'll be a much better conversation not in the middle of a fucking thunderstorm.
Saying I've been just was made aware of an issue that you have with us that I was not even aware of myself.
No, I'll be honest, for a long time I thought it wasn't gonna be an issue. These kinds of things take root.
Just route up any convenient. Whatever happens, I apologize. You know, it happens. I don't condone that shit, to be honest. I don't like it.
Do you, well, I'd be surprised. You remember just over a year ago, Delgado was still a recruit. My recruit. And there was a robbery at, a Valentine General Store. And we was the only two on duty, so we went to respond. And there was
Teddy and Corvus inside that store?
To be honest with you, no. They did a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah, well, it wasn't, there was 3 or 4 Colts. I know for a fact, including Jesse, I'm sure I remember him the closest. I can't remember if he was there or not. And 2 others. And stood there the whole time in a line shoulder to shoulder in front of that store while I was negotiating. And then when Hagen said what they wanted, which was me, because they were mad at Jeremiah, there was the implication made that the alternative was basically the Colts shooting up the town.
Did some foolish shit happen to you?
Yes. So I went with them. Colts and Hagens all escorted me out of town together. Colts split off. And Hagens took me out in the middle of fuck all. And that's where everything gets patchy. But I know whatever happened that night. I know I was poisoned. I don't know what the hell with what. I don't know why with Lee. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with whatever their issue was with JJ at the time.
Yeah, I was sitting around Gracie, didn't it?
Pretty sure. Yeah, whatever huge thing they had had.
Well, I'm sorry that happened. I really am. I hope you change your mind.
I do appreciate the apology for what it is, but
Better say it now than not be able to later.
Mm.
That's the case.
I respect it.
Wherever you're going, you get there safe. Up there that listens to people like me. successful in her resolve against this person who casts violence towards her, reckoning towards her. Franklin will look over her, keep the sweet girl safe, healthy, and away from harm. And sway this violence in her favor. Give her the readiness and stillness in her hand, in her eye. Put it into the situation in a beneficial way towards her. If you've ever listened to me at any point in my life, please listen to me right now. You know the struggles, the burdens of my life. You, better than anyone, should understand the significance of this ask. It should become necessary for you to strike me down as a token of distraction with her. The length of my life will be so at your pleasure. Dispose of whatever you want. Come on. Come on.
You okay?
Of course I'm not fucking okay, Scarlet.
I'm in.
How could I be okay? You've always been like a really big part of my life. You've always been a real big piece of my family. The thought about losing that is unimaginably painful. Just so you're aware.
Not doing this to hurt you.
I know. I know.
Doing this to show that we ain't the people get pushed around. Ain't the people that stand there and cower when something's brought to us.
Let me thought it for you.
No. If you die, I'd never forgive myself.
How do you think I feel if you go?
It wasn't the problem. The proposition was extended to you, was asked of me.
Could extend it to me.
No. You ain't
You're a
gonna
stubborn
make it.
bitch, you know that?
Damn fucking right. I told August that whether it's me or Audrey that goes down, I want you to hear the same. And no matter what no one says, if you go out of their way, she's meant to go out of her way to keep that person alive. Even if it's her. Because if she lives, we can manage to keep her alive after all this. There ain't no way she can have a foul bone in her body towards any of us. Because not only did we do the most honorable thing that we could do, we would have saved her life at the same time. And anyone that shoots that down or spits on that is someone not worthy of life itself.
Get your ass in there.
saw you talking to her. What'd she say?
It's all good.
Okay.
Worry about that now.